Anti-Afro Svengalis, here I am again. I wanted to make sure I backed things up a few steps because I know there are people who haven't been around for the entire time. And I'm not saying I'm going to be able to tell you everything in one video because it's not possible. But what I wanted to make sure I made very, very clear. Let's go back to 2000 and I believe it was 2018. If not 2018, it would be 2019 at the absolute latest. I coined the phrase for the Umar Johnson topic arena because I never had called it a sector, anti-fraud warriors. And we were harmonious. I didn't say we agreed with everything, but when we disagreed, it was with respect. We honored each other's privacy. We never shared information with other people unless we agreed. We would have information that would be so riveting, but everybody knew. Do not share this outside the group unless you let the person know or you ask the person who provided the information if it's okay. This is a good place to stop and make a distinction. We have seen two dud email non-scandals. And I want you all to really keep in mind the information that you received has very little to do with Umar Johnson. The people that are releasing this information, the strategy regarding Umar Johnson that they received was essentially nothing. I think that one email about filing a lawsuit or something, that's nothing. So what you're seeing is not the meat and potatoes. What you're seeing released absolutely was nowhere near the heart and soul, the crux, the down and dirty, gritty emails regarding Umar Johnson. You have never seen those because the people who are releasing these emails were never trusted on that level. You see them talking about people that do Umar videos. You don't see Umar Johnson's strategy. They're trying so hard to convince you that they were close to me and they had all this insight. No, no. What you are seeing is information about people in these YouTube streets. Now, one email that came up, not email, excuse me, one live stream screenshot that was sent brings it home. Look at this message. This brings it home. They only have email with me. They don't have email with other people. They don't have any chains. They don't have on the screen where you list the responses from multiple people on a question. They don't have that. That was never provided to them because they were never trusted. We just don't bring somebody on and immediately put them at the top of the heap and give them the most sensitive information. No, really think about what you're listening to when people are trying their hardest to convince you they were close to me or close to others who had this information and they got it about Umar Johnson and our strategies with anti-fraud warriors. It is not factual. They have not shown that to you because they do not have it. Absolutely. I'm talking about, let me see your handcuffs, because we were warned not to trust her. And I got daily reminders not to trust her with this type of information, and I didn't. We did a lot of planning when it came to releasing videos. So anti-fraud warriors, the word itself or the phrase itself is something that I coined. However, the whole spirit and the whole concept is something that several of us came together to build. Like-minded people. And a core group of these individuals all had their individual personalized experiences with Umar. They knew Umar Johnson. We have someone that has known Umar is going to be 17 years, still an anti fraud warrior. Let me be very clear. Let me see your handcuffs. Kimberly Chandler was not a part of that, ever. She had no part in building the concept. She had no part of that initial spirit that drove anti fraud warriors. I do not care what anybody says about us. We know what we're about. But when you have people that come around with a nefarious motive, they will try to make you seem to be someone you are not. It's called character hijacking. They want to assume your positive traits. Everybody has positive and negative traits. We know this. Let me give you one example. Aside from, let me see your handcuffs. Glorianne Murray had the nerve to call me evil. Are you aware of the things that Glorianne Murray has done? I have never even considered in my life doing some of the things that she has done. And she calls me evil. Glorianne Murray is in very serious trouble on many levels that I'm not going to even talk about. She said in the last video, tell the truth. Nope, I'm not saying another word. But what she says about me is an example of character hijacking. She wants to switch out my character for hers. Never going to happen. But if people want to assume the position that you're in, because from their vantage point, they see it as more advantageous, they see you getting perhaps accolades and attention they never had, and for some reason they don't know how to achieve that on their own, they set their sights on you. And this is what happened with Let Me See Your Handcuffs. So for me, I just find it so offensive that people really think that they can besmirch my character. Nothing that people put on YouTube under YouTube's domain is private. So you have people going around here still paying money to people to do things that are unlawful or unethical, and they think it's just fine to violate your rights for a fee. I'm going to get into that in another video. What is the purpose? Let Me See Your Handcuffs and her simpletons, her demon-infused live stream, they wanted to sit over there and say all of these things about me that were untrue, are untrue, characterize me in any way they wanted, and they wanted me to be silent about it. How the hell does that work? These people with these monetized channels want to get material that I put out. They want to say whatever they want about me. They want to be able to pay to say whatever they want about me. And then I'm going to be silent? No. Especially if people are giving the either impression or they're outright stating that they're willing to pay for something illegal. They're paying money, not just me, other people. And why is that? Because I would not remain silent while they said what they wanted to say about me. Tell me that makes sense. It makes no sense. So Let Me See Your Handcuffs comes here, suddenly announces, I believe this was in January 2020. She comes on and says, I've been an anti-fraud war. I've been an anti-fraud warrior for a year now. That is the lie. She came on dishonest and proceeded to think she could eviscerate what we built. Again, we took off the current Umar Johnson material mainly because of her. She was unwilling to strategize the timely release of information. She was only interested in getting material and posting it on her channel so she can get money for it. And to this day, she is using AAS, anti-fraud warriors, to make money. And she was never part of any conceptualization. She never believed in what we believed in. Again, I don't give a crap who wants to trash us. I don't care about that. But this is bullshit when you think you want to trash us and then you run live streams. I don't care if they're private live streams and you're collecting money to trash anti-fraud warriors and me. I think that's some hypocritical bullshit. That is hypocritical bullshit. And people, you need to be careful who you are taking money from. Some of these people are embroiled in some very serious legal issues, and you're going to be caught up in it. Take your chances. But let me tell you one thing. No one around here is going to sit and let somebody talk shit about them and they are going to be quiet. I mean, the nerve of these people. They were the ones who started talking shit about me and anti-fraud warriors. Like we had done something to them. We did nothing to these people. We simply didn't obey them. They wanted us to do what they wanted us to do, which is be quiet, while people said whatever the hell they wanted to say about me or anyone else in their families, threatening us, doxing us, and we were to remain quiet and focus on Umar. No. Quiet is a high risk endeavor. It only benefits those with evil intent. So people have to run around and hide. You're not going to hide. If you are engaging in any illegal activity, it's going to be uncovered as if I'm engaging in any illegal activity. Guess whose videos have been taken down for violating policy? My videos haven't been taken down for violating any policies. And just because we won't remain silent doesn't give people the right to threaten us. That is something I will never accept. And people love, just love, to spin all types of wild stories to make it seem as though they're being targeted. And let me also make it clear. If you trust, let me see your handcuffs, you are a fool. Any person that would go around releasing information between two people, you think she's not going to do the same and worse to you? She actually has, you just don't know about it because I haven't released information. And am I going to stoop to her level? Are you serious? I will never stoop to her level. If we need to go to court, then I will get these emails together. And I predict this is where we are heading. If anti-fraud warriors was so disdainful and haughty and whatever word you want to use, why in the world would you want anything to do with AFW? Why would you want your name associated with those initials? Why would you want to make money off of something that is so evil? If something is so evil and so just disdainful and you want nothing to do with it, why do you insist on being associated with it? How can you accept money to talk about it? That doesn't make sense to me. But that's what Let Me See Your Handcuffs does and others. If it's something that's so disgusting, you should not want to even deal with it. Because what is the goal? At least the goal with Umar is to hold him accountable for the things that he is doing that he shouldn't be doing. And there are many things that Umar Johnson is doing he shouldn't be doing. One of them is misusing titles, professional titles. You cannot tell me I cannot address that. I will address that. What is your goal in taking the anti-fraud warrior initials? What's your purpose? You can't change what anti-fraud warriors is. You had absolutely nothing to do with building it. Just because you want the association with the initials. That to me is just rank crass bullshit. That's greedy. That's gluttonous. That's lazy. That shows you don't have any creativity. Can't you build your own stuff and get people to come to you based on what you do? And it's not even about owning any topic. As far as this Umar Johnson thing goes, anybody can talk about any topic. We're talking about anti-fraud warriors. Let me see your handcuffs had absolutely nothing to do with building anti-fraud warriors. She only wants the association. She wants the name. She wants me to be silent, as do others, while they run around and trash and bash me and other anti-fraud warriors and lie on us. That will not happen. People get to the point, they get so angry, they think they can threaten me. They can go on these panels and threaten me because I won't be quiet. Where the hell do people get off thinking they can threaten my life and threaten to rape me because they don't like what I'm saying? You have never heard me threaten somebody's life because I don't like what they're saying. This tells me there's some serious, serious issues going on here, predating YouTube. You cannot tell me that it is normal behavior to get so angry at somebody that you go around finding people you pay because you're that pissed off at people that you want people to do something to them. Who in the hell is paying somebody money to try to target somebody? That sounds criminal to me, especially after you have been warned, people. So know this. Whatever information I get that I suspect is risking my life and other people who also we receive information, not just threatening people, any illegal activity associated with my name or I am the victim or anybody who requests our assistance who has been the victim of anything similar, the authorities are going to be called. In fact, they already have been called. So people are trying to hide what they are doing and they're continuing the same behavior. So guess what's going to happen? They're going to be re-engaged. Somebody was trying to say that somebody was threatened to go to their house. Nobody ever threatened to go to anyone's house. It was an anti-fraud warrior. All of these statements that you hear are only statements that people say to try to create a false justification for their illegal behavior. They don't ever produce any clips of this. There are no screenshots of it. They just say it for the purposes of inciting themselves and other people so they can, in their mind, move forward with their illegal activity. That's exactly what these people are doing. No one is fooled. It is very obvious what is going on. So your live streams are going to be reported. If you are involved with this, you people are the ones that started all of these threats towards me and anti-fraud warriors. We never threatened anybody's life. There's a serious problem that people think they can threaten someone's life because they aren't able to silence them, because they want to respond to what people are saying. That to me has a serious ring of screaming out for interventions on many levels that are necessary. And I am going to keep the law involved. That much you can be sure of. So I wanted to make sure I came on here to give you the overview and this history about how galling it is for Let Me See Your Handcuffs. Anyone else out there who thinks they can throw money around to get your way. Throw money around to get your way when you can't silence someone. That sounds pretty much like conspiracy in my book. Stay tuned, people. There is more to come. In the meantime, heed the warning. Buyer beware.